Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 1, CDCS 2403C, and we would like to present our group project regarding Persona Galleria Inventory Database Management System. But first, let me introduce our group members, which are Ahmad Salihin, Muhammad Hafizuddin, Nur Alisha Mardia, and me, myself, Nur Shazwani Eliza. We go through about persona galleria. In Malay, persona refers to Allah, whereas galleria refers to a space or location that displays work of art. In consequence, persona galleria is defined by a collection of enticing pieces of art. The business was founded by a husband and wife, Madam Anita Fauzi Jamaluddin and Sir Noor Hisham Musni. Initially conducted from home in 2006, the business began operation in GM Klang in 2017 and has continued to this day. At the beginning of the establishment of this business, Persona Galleria began by supplying hampers for all occasions, but with the passage of time and client demand, the company expanded their sales products to engagement and wedding items such as jewelry and others. This indicates that their target market consists of those who want to offer gifts or hampers to others, as well as engaged or married couples. Persona Galleria's future goal is to diversify choices for customers to include a variety of wedding gifts and hampers to suit various tastes and budget while maintaining traditional preferences. Next is problem statement. The current data collection process in this business relies heavily on manual methods, which has led to several challenges and inefficiencies. Employees are required to physically gather and record data in a piece of paper or notebooks. This method leading to potential errors, time-consuming tasks, and a lack of real-time information. Furthermore, it poses a risk to data integrity and security, as physical records may be susceptible to loss, damage, or unauthorized. Last but not least, since the establishment of Persona Galleria, there has been no system or software management to assist in the management of the business. Therefore, they had to commute to the store to check how much of the inventory were left and then return to the store. That is why our team came up with the idea of creating a database inventory system to assist them in managing their inventory records. The objective for our group project first is to create a new inventory system that makes the task automated. The system will keep track of all the wedding gift items in stock gathered at one place. Second, to create a platform that will show available inventory. It will show the amount of inventory that is stored in Persona Galleria business. Third is to make a system that will provide easier calculation in the inventory database management, which it will reduce time and make the work easier. So let's take a look at our first version of ERD, which we included 8 entities in total, included a bridge entity here, which is all the items, and following the consultation with Madam, we decided to eliminate the inventory table here to prevent the relationships from becoming overly complex, considering the existing presence of product table here. So the finalized version of ERD here, we add one more bridge entity, which is product items. So in total, we still have 8 entities, which is person in charge, admin, staff, order items, product items, and supplier. For the relationship here, one person in charge will manage many orders, and an order will be managed by one person in charge. One admin will be managed many supplier, and a supplier will be managed by one admin. A staff will manage many product, and a product will be managed by many staff. And an order will contains one or many product, and one product or a product may be included in many orders. Supplier will provide multiple product, and a product will be provided by one supplier. Supplier provide various good of orders, and an order will be placed by specific supplier.
Right, so moving on to the data definition language, which is known as the DDL, and in this data definition language statement, a new table name PIC is being created within a database, and it's for display information about the person in charge, and the table consists of various columns, each specifying a different attribute related to person in charge, such as their ID, first name, last name, username, password, phone number, and lastly is gender. And for the page gender column, for instance, is constrained to accept only M for the male values and F for the family values, and it's for to ensuring the data integrity. And the PID column is defined as the primary key, and this DDL statement establishes the structure and constraint for the PIC table. Right, so next we got the data manipulated language, which is known as the DML. And this data manipulated language statement is an example of insertion operation into the PIC table. And of course, it adds a new row to the table by specifying values for each column. And in this case, a person in charge with the ID PCB1005, first name David, last name Brown, username David B, password Brownie, phone number and gender M is inserted into the PIC table. And this DML operation allows for the additional data that's stored within the PIC table. Alright, so let's move on to the structure query language. And the first one is displaying the data from the multiple table using the on clause. And the question is display full name of the admin with their ownership percentage. Name the column heading as the admin name, and the output must display in ascending order by admin name. So this query combines data from the two tables PIC and admin, and it display the full name of administrator from the PIC table, and it label as the admin name, and of course their corresponding ownership percentage from the admin table. The join clause is used to combine the rows where the PID matches between the two tables, and sorting the output in ascending order by admin name. Right, so next we got the SQL queries to restricting and sorting the data. The question is display all supplier that have been in charge by PIC by the PID PCA1002, and the upper column must have supplier ID, subname and PID. Rename subname to the supplier name and sort the data in descending order of supplier ID. Use the column numeric position in the order by clause. So for this query, it display the suppliers supervised by the person with the ID PCA1002 by displaying their supplier ID, subname, rename as the supplier name, and PID. The where clause filters the result based on the specified PID. And of course, the output is sorted in descending order based on the supplier ID as indicated by the order by one this clause. Okay, the third one for the SQL queries is restricting and sorting the data using the like operator. And the question is display all person in charge name that have an O in their last name, and all of them gender must be a male. So this query display the last name and gender of person in charge from the PIC table. And the condition specified in the where clause ensures that only individual with a last name that containing the letter O are included in the output. And of course, this query filters for male individual by specifying pick gender equal to M. Okay, so now let's move on to SQL queries number 4. Dates, round value, and retrieving data from multiple table using join and on clause. The question is admin want to display staff name and find staff month work duration of employment between 15 July 2024 and the date which the staff was hired. And also the display just for staff who has salary below 2000 ringgit only, and round the number of months up to the closest whole number, and the salary format must have RM, and label all the column that contribute as staff last name, month's work and salary. So this SQL query is displaying the last name, month's work and formatted salaries of staff member from the PIC and staff table, and it also calculates the employment duration in months by rounding up to the closest whole number, and also format their salary to include RM in front. And the join clause connects the PIC and staff table using the common PID, and and the condition in the where clause filters the output to include all those staff members with salary below 2,000 ringgit. Okay, last but not least is SQL queries number 5. Retrieve the data involved with date, sum value, and user in clause. And the question is display the total amount orders for the years 2022, 2023, and 2024. And label the column as total amount 2022, total amount 2023, and total amount 2024. And lastly answers that the amount of formatted with LM. And yes, this will display the total order amount for the years 2022, 2023, and 2024 from the order table. And the select statement employs conditional aggregation using the sum and case statement. It's for to calculate the sum of total amount based on the specified year. And the output are formatted with LM and labeled as total amount 2022, total amount 2023, and total amount 2024. And the where clause answers that only orders from the specified years are included. And lastly, that output display the summary of total amounts for each specified year.
Next, let's go through to the simulation of the proposed system inventory management, inventory development from the Oracle App Builder. So as you can see here is the login page. Input the username and the password. So here is the home page. It shows all the tables that have been created, which are also based on the navigation menu. So this is the person in charge page. Here you can see the list of the data of the PIC table. So these are the list of the attributes from the PIC tables. Okay, to insert a new data, just click the create button here and the form for the register new PIC will appear. And so you just fill it the text field for the register a new data. Click on the create to insert and the new data will appear on the bottom. Next, if you want to update, just click on the edit here and you can edit the details for the new register, new PIC, person in charge. So you can update the name and click on the apply changes and the changes updated on the table below. If the user want to delete, just click on edit button here again and the user can delete on the bottom. Click on delete and delete the data and the data will deleted successfully. For the admin page, just click on the create button and select the new admin. So the new admin is Solihin and fill the ownership percentage and click on the create to insert the new admin. The data appear here and to edit also click on this edit, apply the changes and the data is successfully updated. Same goes to the staff pages. Click on the create to add the new staff and click on the create and the new data inserted appear. Next is the supplier page. It shows the inserted data from the table supplier. To create a new inserted data, click on create and insert the new supplier ID. Select the person in charge name that manage the supplier. Click on the created and the new supplier appear. The data is here, hamper. And next we go to product inventory. It shows the list of inserted data and all the attributes from the table product. This is the purchase order page. If the PIC wants to create a new purchase order, they will need to go to new order. So the new purchase order, select the PIC name that manage the order and create the new purchase order. So this is the new purchase order. Okay, next is for the order product list page. This page might show all the list data for order ID and product ID. If you want to check who is the supplier for this particular order ID, they can use the product ID to search and find up the supplier ID and the other product info for that particular order. So such as for the order OR4001, so the product ID is PR2001. So we can search here, and the supplier for the product ID is the SU3001 for the supplier ID. Lastly is the dashboard page. On the dashboard page, have the background of the business organization of the Persona Galeria Siderian Berhad. And furthermore, the bar chart here is about the data list price for each particular product. And by scrolling down, you can see another bar chart that shows the total amount of product purchased with suppliers in the year 2022, 2023, and 2024. The pie chart shows the amount of percentage owned from all of the admins. And the last bar chart here is about the display, the total quantity of each product supplied by different suppliers. And that's all from us. Thank you.